Welcome back to another video. And that was the worst statement that ever came out of my mouth. I deeply apologize. So, if you are not aware, the regular season for the NBA starts tomorrow, Tuesday, at like 6 p.m. Central Time. And I didn't look up who was playing. I probably should have. But I am, make a statement. I am putting out my prediction for who I think going to place where in the division and who's going to do what and win all the awards. I did this last year and I reacted to it. I got some of it, like 5% of it right, but like 95% of it wrong. And I just want to see like what could happen. Like last year, I thought the Warriors were going to be good, and then Steph Curry got injured, and then the lockdown and the pandemic and the bubble, and the Lakers won. But anyway, let's see how this goes and how badly this is messed up in the end. So we're starting in the Eastern Conference, and I have the Bucks finishing in first. You know, two-time MVP. Giannis is on a supermax contract. They got Devin Booker, Drew Holiday, and I think they're going to be really good. I mean, they were already the first seed last year and the year before that, so I think they just need to repeat. The second seed, I have the Celtics. Now that Gordon Hayward gone, I think Jason Tatum's just going to expand and improve, along with Jaylen Brown and Kemba Walker and Marcus Smart and all of them. I think they're going to do phenomenal down in Boston. The third seed, I think, going to be the Heat. You have Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo with his new contract, and a second year of Tyler Hero and Goran Dragic. That's his name. Yeah. So I think Tyler Hero is going to actually take not a huge step, just a step forward, and we can see more playoff Tyler Hero than just regular season playoff Tyler Hero. Next, the fourth seed, we have the Brooklyn Nets. Kevin Durant is back with Kyrie Irving and Devontae Jordan? That's his name, right? Devontae Jordan. I'm going with Devontae Jordan. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And Spencer Dinwiddie. I really like Spencer Dinwiddie. So I think the Nets are going to be the fourth seed. The fifth seed, I have the Raptors taking a drop. They lost Serge Ibaka. They have a Kawhi Leonard. Oh, I always get them confused. Kyle Lowry's 1 year older. Marcus R is in there. Some of their main pieces from the championships is gone. What's his name? OG Anunoby. He can break out. Not break out. I think he's already pretty good. But the sixth seed, I have the 76ers for the second year in a row. That's where I'm finishing. I think Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid and Danny Green. And I think with the move they made, the chemistry is not going to be there. And the sixth seed is where I have them finishing. The seventh seed, I have the Wizards taking a huge step. Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook, the 1-2 punch. I think that's going to be a great duo. And good enough for the seventh seed. And then the eighth seed, we have the Hawks. Trae Young, Rajon Rondo, Vincent Galloway, that's his name? Who's on the Hawks? But, the Trae Young show. Ice Trae Young. I love Trae Young. He is going to lead him to the 8th seed. I'm very excited. The 9th seed. So just missing the playoff. We have the Hornets, Gordon Hayward, and LaMelo Ball. Improvements, I think. 10th seed, we had the Pacers dropping out of the playoffs. You have Victor Oladipo, who we don't know how he's going to be after his injury. We saw 5 good games from T.J. Warren in the bubble. Bismack Biyombo, is that his name? Busy, I think, on the Pacers. I don't even know anymore with the Pacers. They are such a confusing franchise. They are lost. Next, we have the Magic. The only bright spot on this team is Cole Anthony. I love me some Cole Anthony. He's really, really good. And Jonathan Isaac being injured, and their defense are going to the garbage. The 12th seed Pistons, Blake Griffin and Killian Hayes, Derrick Rose, who might get traded, Jeremy Grant coming in. I still don't see them. I have them below the Magic because the Magic actually played together a few more years. than the Pistons. So I think the hi. Really?
What?
Really?
What?
You always come in during my YouTube videos?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you gonna stay?
Yeah.
Can you close the door, please?
I did.
Okay. So the Pistons, that's why I had them finishing below the Magic. 13th seed, I have the Cavaliers with Isaac Okoro and Kevin Love, Andre Drummond, and that other guy. That other guy. Colin Sexton. That's his name, I believe. And then 4th seed, 14th is the Bulls. The Bulls are going to be god-awful. And then the Knicks are going to be even god-awfuler than the Bulls. God-awfuler. That even a word?
No.
Anyway, in the Western Division now, I have the Lakers finishing at the top seed for the second year in a row. I mean, you have LeBron James and Anthony Davis. I mean, who else is going to finish at the top? Second seed, I got the Denver Nuggets. Last year they were the 3rd seed. This year they're going to be the 2nd seed. And they have Nikola Jokic, Michael Porter Jr., and Bol Bol, the greatest NBA player ever. Bol Bol, he's the best. Next, the Clipperds, I feel, taking a drop. I mean, they still have Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. They did get Luke Kennard and Serge Ibaka, but I don't think that's going to be good enough to go past the Nuggets, who the Nuggets beat the Clippers last year. I'm correct about that. Beat them last year, and the Clippers are going to be bad. Worse than the Nuggets. The 4th seed, I have the Dallas Mavericks. Luka Doncic is going to be the MVP. Like you're calling it right now, Luka Doncic is going to be the best player this season in 72 games. And he is so freaking good, it's not even a joke. And Kristaps Porzingis with him, and Tim Hardaway Jr., that's his name. And the Mavericks are going to be good. I have them being the 4th seed. That might be a hot take, but I am sticking with it. 5th seed, we have the Houston Rockets with John Wall coming back, who was injured, a not-so-good DeMarcus Cousins, and a James Harden that wants out of Houston. On top of that, I brought in Christian Wood, and Rockets said, you need some help. You need some help. Oh, God. I have you guys finishing at the 5th seed. I mean, if you guys don't win the championship, is James Harden officially out? And you have to think about it. 6th seed, we got the Utah Jazz with Damian Mitchell. No, it's Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, that's his name. Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, who just got his contract extension, like 5 years, something like that. But, yeah, him and Donovan Mitchell are going to be in Utah for a long, long time. So I see them leading them to the 6th seed. Last year they were the 7th seed, so I have them going up one spot. And taking their spot is the Trailblazers. My team, Damian Lillard, my favorite player, current favorite player. And CJ McCollum and Carmelo Anthony, and they got Robert Covington. And the Trailblazers are going to be super good. I love the Trailblazers. And the 8th seed, I have the Grizzlies, Ja Morant, Yusuf Nurkic. And I have them coming in at the 8th seed just because the Trailblazers and them had a 3-game series, and the Trailblazers ones made in the 8th seed, so they were this close to missing out. And with the Thunder dropping out of the playoffs, I just moved the Grizzlies up one spot to 8, so they make the playoffs. Coming at the 9th seed, once again, not making the playoff, is Devin Booker and Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns. Devin Booker has never made the playoffs, even though he went 8-0 in the bubble last year. I see him once again not making the playoffs. The West is stacked. Maybe they could beat the Grizzlies, but I don't see it likely. I see the Grizzlies being better than the Suns. The 10th seed, we got the Warriors. Last year they were at the bottom of the division. I see them being 10th. Steph Curry is officially back with James Wiseman. And that's a scary, scary duo. And what's his name? Kelly Olynyk? Kelly Oubre. One of the two. Oh, God. Well, the Warriors are coming in at the 10th seed. Just missing out on the playoffs, but next year, hopefully Klay Thompson is back. Hopefully Draymond Green can play like a basketball player, not like he's playing the high school basketball at the YMCA. And actually compete. 11th, we got the Pelicans. Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball and Zion Williamson and Eric Bledsoe. Really interesting. I don't know how those players are going to work together. I mean, you can't gain that much from the preseason, but Brandon Ingram should break out and become an even more star. He won the most improved player award last year, and I expect them to be amazing. Brandon Ingram is the best. 12th seed, I have the Thunder. You lost Dennis Schroeder. You got Al Horford. You lost Chris Paul, and you got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Well, not you kept him, but hopefully Shai can do something with this team. And I don't think he's going to do much with this team. And the Thunder is going to be a huge disappointment and drop all the way down to 12. But they are going to be better than the Kings and De'Aaron Fox. And, okay, what's his name? And I'm not going to think of his name. Great. Yeah, I'll think of his name later. Jordan Hill? That's his name? I think that's Jordan Hill. Is his name Jordan Hill? I don't think it's Jordan Hill, but somewhere close to that. Buddy Hill. That's his name. Buddy Hill. That's his name. Hill, whatever. So, those two. With a new manager, I don't even know how that's going to work out. The Kings are a dumpster fire franchise. There we go. 14th, we have the Timberwolves. Got the first overall pick in Anthony Edwards, and they still have Karl Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell, and that's about where all the talent stops. I mean, didn't they trade Ricky Rubio again? I'm losing track of where this man's getting traded to. He's like, I'm going here, then back to Minnesota, and he's even on the Timberwolves where they traded him again, and I feel sorry for the guy. And then 15th, we have the Spurs at the bottom of the division, and I love the Spurs, and I feel really bad that they're going to be the worst team in the West. But I see them being better than the Knicks, so the Knicks are going to be the worst team overall, and the Lakers, of course, are going to be the best seed. The Lakers are better than the Bucks. Okay, now on to some awards. MVP award, we got Luka Doncic winning it, with Giannis coming in second. I don't see him winning 3 MVPs in a row. And Damian Lillard. Of course, I had to show some Trailblazers biasness and put Damian Lillard as the second runner-up, technically, that'd be, for the MVP award. Damian Lillard. I love him. Okay, Rookie of the Year, I have Isaac Okoro of the Cavaliers taking home this award. Second place, Cole Anthony. I love Cole Anthony. And Denny Avila coming second runner-up of the Washington Wizards. I love Denny. I didn't mention him when I was talking about Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook, but I love Denny Avila. He's going to be the sweeper pick of the draft. I mean, he should have gone first instead of ninth. Still mad about that. Defensive Player of the Year. I have Anthony Davis at the Lakers winning it, with Kawhi Leonard of the Clippers and Giannis Antetokounmpo winning second runner-up, technically. So, Anthony Davis is going to be your Defensive Player of the Year. Most Improved, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at the Thunder with Zion Williamson and R.J. Barrett, because someone need to help the Knicks. The Knicks are god-awful. Oh yeah, I said the god-awful word in the Bulls. And that I'm sticking with that god-awful word in the Bulls. Okay, sixth man of the year is going to PJ Washington of the Hornets. I picked that because he is a backup, like played the same position as, I should say, Gordon Hayward, and so he could come off the bench and be a lethal 3-point shooter, just like the guy getting second runner-up Seth Curry for the 76ers. And third, I have Andre Iguodala. He's gonna be 37 on the Heat, but I just need a third person, so I put Andre Iguodala. Okay, coach of the year, I have Frank Vogel of the Lakers, Mike Malone of the Nuggets, and then Brad Stevens of the Celtics. And then we have our all NBA teams, and let me tell you, it took a long time to fill out. I hated doing this. First team, we have at center Nikola Jokic, small forward LeBron James. Remember now you to be popular. Power forward Anthony Davis. Point guard Damian Lillard making an All-NBA first team, and the shooting guard Devin Booker of the Sun. Second team at center Karl Anthony Towns. The small forward is Giannis. Power forward Jason Tatum of the Celtics. After that, point guard Stephen Curry making his way back, and shooting guard Donovan Mitchell. I've been making a joke for like 2+ years, and every time I have to say Donovan Mitchell now. Third team, Bam Adebayo, the starting center, with the small forward being Kawhi Leonard. Power forward is Kristaps Porzingis. Point guard Luka Doncic, and shooting guard Bradley Beal. And then we go to the defensive teams. First team, we got Rudy Gobert. Small forward is Giannis. Power forward Anthony Davis. Shooting guard Danny Green, and point guard Ben Simmons. And the second team, we have Bam Adebayo at the center. Small forward Kawhi Leonard. Power forward Kristaps Porzingis. Shooting guard is Jason Tatum, and point guard is Drew Holiday of the Bucks. And then we have our all-rookie teams. First team, I have Denny Avila of the Wizards, Isaac Okoro of the Cavaliers, Cole Anthony of the Magic, Killian Hayes of the Pistons, and LaMelo Ball of the Hornets. Second seed team, Anthony Edwards, James Wiseman, Bull. I'm counting him as a rookie, and I love saying his name, just like Poca Poca. I like saying that name too. And Isaiah Stewart is going to make the second team. So that is all of my predictions for this year's NBA, and I'm going to get every single thing correct, because I always get every single thing correct, like 100% of the time. Like 100% of the time, like every single time I get it correct. Every time. Anyway, I don't know. Bye or something. YouTube.